Right, welcome back everybody. Today we're going to be looking at our Pure electric scooter. This is the Pro 3 Air Plus, and it's just coming up to under a year old, and it's been fantastic in that time. But was going out on it the other day. It was fully charged. We always make sure it's fully charged before we go out, and it was on. It takes about 6 hours to charge this one, so it had a full charge, and was going out on it perfectly fine. And then suddenly, after about 500 yards, literally on it for about 4 to 5 minutes, 500 yards later, it just come to a stop. It was like someone had pulled the plug out. Nothing there. The dashboard went totally blank. I tried powering it up again, nothing at all. The only thing that was active on it was the rear light. It was just illuminating red, which it does all the time anyway. So when I saw that, I thought it can't be a battery issue, obviously, because the light was still on, but we'd lost power to our control unit. So I was maybe thinking the circuit board or something's happened along them lines, that it's just give up the ghost basically. So we pushed it back home, got it home, couldn't turn the brake light on and off, obviously, because this panel was not working. I tried holding the power button in. I've done a bit of research. People online were saying you have to hold the power button in for 3 to 5 seconds and that resets a scooter. But obviously we was getting no power at all on the dashboard. So I tried that and nothing. All that was happening, I say, was the backlight was staying on. Couldn't turn it off. So I didn't know where to go from there. So I just put it in the shed and left it with the backlight on. Come out the next day, the backlight was off. I presumed the battery had gone flat on it. Tried pushing the button again, nothing. So we did write an email to Pure, and 3 to 4 days later, they did actually get back to us. Really helpful. They was willing to send out a box so we could send it back to them, but they did ask us a little request if we could try something first before we go down that route. So I'm going to show you what they've asked us to do, and hopefully that will fix it. So we ain't got to box it up and send it off again. So I'll tell you what they've asked me to do, and I'll bring you in for a little look. Right, so this is the scooter here. This was the back light that was staying on constantly. It's not on now, that's just the sun reflecting on the reflector. So this is the rear brake light and your rear light as well. So yeah, that was staying illuminated red. And then coming up to the dashboard here, this is your display panel, and this is your power button. So you'd push that in, and that should fire up now. It will come up with your miles an hour, and your little LED headlight there would fire up straight away. And as you can see, holding it in, nothing happening. Hold it in for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, nothing. So what Pure have asked us to do is they've asked us just to undo these 2 screws here, and there's 2 on the other side there. And they said if we could just undo them 4 screws, pop the handlebars off, and sometimes it has been known for a cable in here to apparently come unclipped. So it must be a bit of a design fault there, but they've asked us to check that first, and I'm hoping that is going to be the issue, so we haven't got to send it off. So we're going to get this, it's an Allen key by the looks of it. So we'll get an Allen key now, and we'll take them off and have a look inside. Right guys, so it's actually a 3mm. And I say we've got 4 of these to undo, so make sure you do get a good fitting one. I say it's a 3mm. So we'll just unwind them. And yeah, so I did research this online. There was nothing online about this cable, so hopefully if you've got one of these scooters and yours suddenly just stops, we was just going along and it was like someone pulled the plug out and it just literally come to a stop. It weren't a flat battery, because when you get a flat battery on these, they gradually go slower and slower. This just literally stopped. So we'll get this one out as well. That's 3 of the screws out. And I say these are fantastic scooters otherwise. Never had any issues with it in all that time. I say I do about 23 to 25 miles on a range, but that depends on your weight, the speed you're in, because you have a fast mode on this and like a standard walking speed mode. So it all depends on that, how far you're going to get. Right, so that just lifts out there. And there we go, look at that. Just as they said, look, a plug has come undone there. Hopefully it ain't fell right down in the handlebars. So we'll just hang that on the brake lever cable there. Oh, well, I'll just bring you in, look, you can see the cable there. And the cable, I don't think you can see. There we go, can you see that blue tip there? So it's just fell under that second screw hole there. So hopefully I can get that without it dropping down any further, because I could say that would be a bit of a pain if it goes right down there. Right, so well, there's quite a bit of cable there. I don't think it is going to fall down actually. Yeah. Yeah, so there it is there, look. So that is a bit of a poor design there. It looks like it's just a screw cap on there actually. So they did say they have been known to unwind depending on where you're riding them, if it's on a bit of rough terrain, but surely that's a bit of a poor design that. So yeah, you just literally screw, it's a through screw thread on there. So you just wind them both together. So I will do that tight. But obviously, what I might do is I might just stick a bit of insulating tape around that, and that should stop them coming apart in the near future. So if you have got one of these scooters and it suddenly just stops, have a look at that first. As a lot of you do know that watch the channel, I am a bit of a tinkerer, but I didn't want to start taking this apart because I say it still had warranty on it. So if you do start taking stuff apart under warranty, that can void your warranty. So they've told me to do this, and it has worked. I've got the email to say that they've told me to do this and all that. So I'm going to go ahead now and get myself a bit of tape. Here we go, I've got some here. And I'm just going to stick a bit of tape around that screw thread there, and hopefully that will prevent that coming apart again. And hopefully we shouldn't have this issue then. So it's obviously just a poor design fault. Hopefully they've adjusted it now on the newer scooters. It's probably a bit late to start recalling all these old scooters now. So that's that look, and that's lovely there. That's not going to come apart again now. You can't even tell there's any tape on there, to be honest with you. That's going to hold that now perfectly. But before we screw it back in, I want to just try it first. So I'm putting them on back to front there. So we'll just put that on. Hopefully now this is going to light up. And there we go, look. You can see the front lights come on. The rear light's on as well there. I don't know if you can see that. I've just hit the brake light. There you go. You can see the brake light's working now. Yeah, and the indicator, I've just knocked the indicator. So the indicator's flashing. It does have indicators on this, as you can see there, look. So it's really a well-equipped scooter, this one. And, oh, we have still got a full battery. So that rear light must have just went off after, I don't know how long, I could say. I had it and it was still on for about an hour. So we've still got a full battery, and it's good to go. So just get your 4 screws, put them back in, and that will line your handlebars back straight again. And yeah, I'm really happy with that. So we ain't got to send it off and faff about. And it was a quick little fix, just like that. Yeah, the Pure team did reach out to us after 3 to 4 days. So we can send them an email back now, tell them that's sorted the problem, and hopefully we should get no more issues with this scooter again. I can't see we will, because I say, if that was the only little issue that these scooters have got, that's fixed now. I say, well, that tape's going to hold that, and that's not going to come apart. Everything else on this scooter has been fantastic. I'm going to leave it here for this little one. It's only a quick little video. It just might help you if you've got the same symptoms of what I had here with this one. So until next time, we'll see you about.